Hello, hello. Why do I see washed streams in the chat already before I even have appeared on stream? What the hell is that about? Good morning, everybody. Everyone assemble for the Friday stream, the extraordinary Friday stream. Hope you're all doing great today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Too late plus wash plus L plus max C. Most of those are not true. What's up? What's up? What's up? Did you change webcams? No, I didn't. It's the focus is weird. It's very. Yeah, you're right. The focus is a little off. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Well, anyways. I do look blurry, right? No, you're right. I see it, but it's the same webcam. I don't know. I didn't change anything. Anyways, it's gonna be fine. Well, I'm still hungry. Thank you for the 11 months. And EP Scarm, thank you for the 12 months. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Just hit the camera. Okay. Today's gonna be a little chill stream. It's gonna be cozy. We have two things to do. The first thing is we have a lot of Megatins. 15 tins are waiting to be opened up. Those arrived today. Which is partially the reason why we didn't stream yesterday, is because they didn't arrive in time. And I was originally gonna open them up on Thursday, but they didn't arrive, so I was like, let's do it on Friday. And the other reason was I wanted to go to locals yesterday, because I was like, okay, well, the tins aren't here yet. I can just open them on Friday, and I can go to locals, and then I can tell you guys what happened at locals today. Of course, it's just locals, nothing too crazy, but I decided to play Salamangreat just for the fun of it, and it was pretty cool. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm going to show you the deck that I used. Not that it's like super tested or anything, but we can talk about my locals adventure with Salamangreat later. Of course, we're not skipping the warm-up. Bro Handsome, thank you for the 2 months. And then we're going to hop right in, because as you guys know, I hate having boosters on my desk without opening them. All right, let's just quickly do this, and then, we'll hop right in. Sup, Lolly, thank you for the 4 months. All right, let's go. Today, we're also not going to restart because I really want to get to open those tins. I've seen this before, but I don't know what it's called. Yosenju. That's a Yosenju? Okay. Bro, okay. Ignore the 0 on the bottom of your screen. Is this Brigand? Brigand, this one, right? Okay, at least we got something in the first minute. This is Soul Taker. We have here. It looks familiar. Oh, it's Hearth Earth, right? The regular one? Yeah. Ooh. Norellus. Okay, now just spell it correctly. Okay, good. This is like the vault, something vault. This one. Yeah. This feels familiar. Is this an Earthbound Immortal? I think it's Earthbound Immortal support. Yeah, I've seen it before, but that one was tough. Valkyrie support? I don't know those very well. Yeah, it's Valkyries. Hmm. 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 I think this is Insector. This is something. What is that? Variable form? Variable form. Is it not Insector support, or is it just Insector support that's not called Insector? Because I could have sworn it was that. Oh, it's secret password. Oh, I did not recognize it. Okay. This should be left arm, right? Yeah. Hog logic. I do like this game more when it shows me cards that I've seen before. I don't know about you, but I find it more enjoyable when I've seen the cards at some point. Like, what the hell is that? Oh, Toon Summit Skull. Performapal Star, but okay, this is Skull Crobat, I think. Yeah. I'm having fun right now. Yeah. Yeah. Is this lucky? No. Big win. Big win. All right. Oh, this is the Unchained dude. Yeah. We only got 2 points because I zoomed too much, but this might be Zanny Zebra. This one or Dark Zebra. Dark. Okay. Gravekeeper's Spy. Tom Queef, thank you for the 5. This looks familiar. However, I do not know what it's called. It's a true Draco card. Okay. Oh, I have seen this. This is a spell card, I think. Falling down. Yeah. It's like art. Is it Archfiend support that takes control of your opponent's monsters? Something like that. What the hell is that? It's also a Performapal, I think. Teeter Totter Hopper. Okay. There was no chance. Another. Can we stop with the Performapals, please? There's too many. This looks Trickstar-ish. Major. Oh, is it not? Is it a? Is it an Arrow Mage? Arrow Mage. Marjoram. No, you lied to me. I swear, if this is a Trickstar. Oh, sweet Marjoram. Okay, you did not lie to me. I take it back. I'm sorry. Oh, that. Is the girl from Graceful Charity, but she's not doing so well in this one. Oh, okay. Oh, this is Vodan. This is an XYZ Gorgonic Gargoyle? No. Gorgonic Guardian. I can't spell. Guardian. Barrel behind the door. Yep. It's another Raid Raptor, I think. No, not even that. Checksum Dragon. Bubble. Something bubble. Bubble Blast or Crash? Or Shuffle. What the hell is it? Shuffle? Yeah, Shuffle. Oh. I had to see it in its entirety, in its entire glory, to recognize. This is Get Out. It's fitting that that happens after Gomblar. Legendary Defender, right? No? Exodia Incarnate. I knew it was something Legendary Exodia. I thought it was the Legendary Defender, but I didn't even know there was more. Yo, it's the Koichi. But it's not the Koichi. Okay, what? What? I can't tell. I still can't tell what animal that is. What is it? Pecker? Does not exist. What? Woodpecker? Oh, it's one word. Oh, the Watts are one word. Okay, okay, okay. Branded in white? I lost to that card at locals yesterday. Well, I drew against Branded, but I lost the game to that card. The one game I lost was to that card. Oh, true. Hey, Trunade, I think. I think this is Hey Trunade. Yeah. Maximum 6. Oh, this has a weird name. This is something. Oh God. Yeah, macro. This one. Macrocarpa seed. Yeah. This is a ninja. Is it Wind Armor Ninja? No. It is one of the armor ninjas though. Earth, flame, air, not wind. First step towards investigation. Didn't we have this recently? What was it? Cyber Eternity? Yeah. Oh, Time Lord. Which one is the green one? Is Raffion green? I thought Raffion was blue. Which one's blue? Anyways. Bogart Knight. Oh, Saphion is blue, right. This is an Ally of Justice. However, I'm gonna skip it because I have no idea which one. I'm pretty sure it's an Ally of Justice, yeah. This is the 1000 Blades, right? Heroic? Yeah. Nobleman of Extermination. Yep. Infernity Dwarf. Some Morphtronic spell probably, but no idea. Morphtronics Scramble. I feel like I've seen this, but I can't tell what it's called. Fountain in the Sky. This is a DDD synchro, right? One of the Alexanders. Just Gust King Alexander, yep. No. Fortune Lady Calling. Zombie drag? No, Dragon Zombie? Oh god, I can't spell. Dragon Zombie. Yeah. Fire Dog. This is I think it's Shared Ride. No? It's not Shared Ride? What is it then? It's not Mistaken Arrest. I don't think it's Mistaken Arrest. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Unfortunate. This is... I'm pretty sure this is a true Draco. Yeah, but it's like the bad masterpiece. This? No? Javelin Beetle? Javelin Beetle. My bad. I want to say this is Ancient Gear Fist. Yes, okay. No. It's, I'm pretty sure it's a Steel Swarm or Evil Swarm. No, it's not. Creeping Darkness. I mistook it for a different card. Is this a Dragon Maid? No. Oh, it's Saphira, right? Right? Yeah. This is another Draco Slayer that I can't name. Is this Metaltron? No. Oh. I lied. This is Zera the Mant. Well, this is Meltdown. That's okay. I can live with that. I can live with that. Y'all are saying washed every time. It doesn't matter what I do. I could sit here and pump out 1,000 points. Y'all would still say washed. It doesn't matter. So it's okay. I can live with 765. That's all right. That's all right. All right. Since my keyboard is working, we can even do this today. We can do this today. All right. Let's see. Rongo. We are looking for a high-level dark monster from newer than 2015 with low attack points. What could that be? A high-level monster with low attack is always kind of... That's not very common. Nah. Is it Shifter? No. Okay, thank God. It's not Shifter. It could have been Shifter. Everything matched. It's a level 5 dark. Not an XYZ. Level 5 dark monster with less than 1200 attack, more than 2200 defense. And the year is 2016, 17, or 18. The vampire guy? What is the vampire guy? This one? Fraulein? No, it couldn't have been that. Anyways, now we know it's 2016 or 17. And the attack is more than 600, so it's not zero attack. It's 700, 800, 900, 1000, or 1100, or something with 50. It's not a zombie, so it can't be another vampire. What's a level 5 dark monster with like 700 attack, 800 attack? Such a weird attack stat. Danger? I'm pretty sure Danger is 2018. Yeah, Danger is 2018, and it's not 2018, so it's not a Danger. Predaplant? Predaplant. Not a single level 5 here. Nope. Tauti? No, that's no, that's not it. You passed the level 5. Did I pass the level 5 Predaplant? Oh, there is one. But that's the new one from 2022. That one does not work. Another one? I mean, it's also just possible that the yeah, the thing doesn't always give you every single option, which is weird. Like, I think it's capped at like 10 or something. Oh, because it might actually be that. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's okay. I even checked for Predaplants and it just wasn't in the list. Okay, that's that was unfortunate, but all right. It's Predaplant Drosophilum Hydra. There you go. There you go. All right. I just want to say thank you for the raid the other day. No problem, no problem. Hope you had a good stream that day. All right. Chat, I have something on my desk that we need to get rid of, which is Megatins. 15 Megatins we're opening today. Of course, provided by the beautiful people over at SmartGuard. That's what I was thinking about, Skrelp. What is the what's the gamba? What are we doing? What are we gambaing this time around? Because we can't gamba on something like Starlight or something, right? What do we do? Do you want to do a gamba for each tin? We can do if some of you good if you are here, Skrelp, you do the we can do one for every tin, as long as one of my mods does it. Demoni, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. We can do, what's the best card in the tins? Is it Lubellion or is it Fenrir? You can just do whichever card, Scrub. Just do a cool card. Just do like per tin. You do like, do we pull Fenrir in this tin? Do we pull Lubellion in this tin? You know what to do. You'll be fine. All right, just make one, and then we start with the first tin, and then we, All right, let me. Yes, it's better. Pop. There we go. So let me put this here. There we go. Have we made a gamba? Okay, we have multiple options for the gamba even. All right, you can do some gambas. As far as to what I'm looking from these tins, I actually am looking for quite a bit, which is why I got 15 of them. I'm looking to upgrade a lot of my cards into prismatic secret rares because I personally am a big fan of the prismatic secret rares. So I'm gonna try and replace my Fenrirs. I'm gonna try and replace some other cards with prismatic secret rare. So that's gonna be something I'm looking out for. And then also I am actually a big fan of the promos. I'm a big fan of the promos because there's a lot of cool cards, especially for for old formats. A lot of cool promos in here. Black Rose in a nice rarity, Stardust, Cyber Dragon, Blackwing Armor Master. Bunch of cards that I'm looking for, so I'm hoping to pick up some of those in here. What else is there? Yeah, that's the ones I'm really looking for. The other ones I'm like indifferent about, but we'll see. All right, let's see. I don't know what we can expect. I don't even know how many different secrets is there, because we have 15 tins, which means we have 45 packs, which means we have 90 secret rares to come. There's 70 different ones. Okay, interesting. Appaloozaim, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you so much. All right, the Gamba is done, right? The Gamba is done. Yes. Okay, we can begin. And we got the Black Rose in the very first one. Poggers. That's one I was looking for. All right, let's Starlight Rare Black Rose owners in shambles right now. Starlight Rare Black Rose enjoyers are in shambles right now, because this one also looks pretty good. I like this one. All right, put that here. And we got 3 packs. Let me put these somewhere. Joe Bro, thank you for the 5. Appreciate you. Okay, let us begin. First tin. What's the Gamba? What did we do for a Gamba? Hold up. Whether we pull Bestials, whether we pull Cash Tira cards, or whether we pull both, or whether we pull neither. Okay, let's see. Let me readjust a little bit so y'all can see. Only the secret rares. Yes, it only applies to the secret rares. I don't know what the ordering is here, so let me find out. We have... Okay, here we go. We have Exo Sister Carpe Diem as a super. We have Runic Freezing Curses as an ultra rare. Upgrade in my book. Nice. The very pog new Spiral card. Not. And we pull Ariana, the Labyrinth Servant, in the first one, as well as a Runic Tip. There we go. The Runic God is smiling upon us today. We're beginning it with a Runic Tip. Very nice. And then rares and commons. I don't know if there's anything super... Rika Concon is nice. This, by the way, controversial opinion. This is a rarity upgrade. Common is better than super rare. Easy clap. Don't at me. Why would you at me? It's a very popular opinion. We all agree on that. So, yeah. Right. I'm glad that we are in agreement. I'm glad we are in agreement. Everyone in the room has just agreed with me. There's no one that has not agreed. All right, so... Libromancer first appearance. Focus! Hello? Therion Duke Yule. Immortal Dragon as a ultra rare. Chinook. Reichphobia. And Magic Karibo. Oh! Rarity upgrade. Branded regained. Poggers. Branded regained. Rarity upgrade. Once again. Nice. Like that. Like that, like that. It's looking bad for the believers. We haven't pulled a Bestial or a Cash Tira secret yet, so there's that. I'm annoyed by the focus on the tins. Maybe it's because I have stuff laying around in the background. Yeah, that helped. Let me just skip to the supers, why not? Okay, we have Doll, Monster, Miss, Mädchen. Whatever this card is, I've never seen it before. We have another very good TCG exclusive card. Not. We have Visa, Starfrost, and we have Muckraker from the Underworld. Also not bad. Nothing too crazy in the rest. So the first 10, I mean, value-wise... so... This is, what? Like, if you buy one tin, you're looking at, like, 15 bucks. If you buy them as a case, it's less. It's like 12 bucks. I think this is okay. Generally, as like if this is about the average of what you get for 12 bucks in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think that's fine. Right? I mean, we have multiple staples previously that have been like Visas was more than that alone. Muckraker was almost that alone. And Runic Tip was more than that alone as well. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. And they look nice too. And you get bonus, like you get all the ultras on top. I think it's fine. Do we have the Gamba running for the next one? We do. You just, Skrelp, you just start the Gamba whenever, and you just stop the Gamba whenever we start opening. Okay, for the second one, we have one that I don't really that I was not really looking for. We have a Rainbow Dragon. It looks good though. Like for all the, for all the Crystal Beast enjoyers. I do think it's kind of cool that like I do think it's kind of cool that in the modern Crystal Beast deck, you actually do play this card. And if you want to play a nice looking version, it's like you'd have to pay like the Ghost Rare is like stupid amounts, right? So like this is better. Vince, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I saw you were talking about Edison. Also one of my favorite formats. All right. Second 10, stop the Gamba. Everyone Gamba your points now, and Skrelp, stop the thingy. All right, let's go. All right, let's skip to the super rare. Another Exo Sister. We have Exo Sister Arment. We have another Runic Flashing Fire. I'm not happy with the focus today. Why is it doing that? It hasn't been this annoying. We have Flashing Fire. We have Libromancer Fire. We have a Therion Lily Borea, also a very nice card. And the Branded Banishment. That's a nice looking rarity upgrade for Branded Banishment. Not a money card, but it's fine. And we have a rarity upgrade to Gary. Rare Gary. Poggers. Can you check the comments for me? Is this sufficient? What are you interested in? What are you looking for, Skrelp? What is the what info do you need? Any runic spell? Is there runics in common in here? What is there? Oh, Smiting Storm and Dispelling. But those were in the previous then. They were not in this one yet. For the sake of the Gamba. Okay, I'll check the comments in this one because Skrelp has made a Gamba with the comments. All right. Freaky. I believe Freaky was originally a super rare, so it's weird that they made him a super rare again in this one. It's not like that. That's kind of weird. Oh no, it was a common. Never mind, it was a common, right? I lied. I think I lied. We have Samsara Sorrow Cat. We have another Spiral Double Agent. We have another Visa, Starfrost, and we have a Hugin! Poggers, welcome, Hugin. Beautiful prismatic secret rare. Do you even play Frecky? Not really. Not really. It's theoretically not a terrible card, but it is also not a very good one, turns out. Because it adds back runic spells from the graveyard to your hand, which is technically a good ability, but not really in runics, because you kind of want those in the graveyard, you know? And they're not going to stay in the graveyard for very long, because you aim to shuffle them into the deck. Therion Bolt. Dictator of D. Maple Maiden. Shangri Era. And Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. That was the second tin. Up. Second tin. Slightly worse than the first one, but still okay. I mean, Visa, Starfrost, Hugin, Lily Borea. There's a lot of good cards in here. I know Kurikara is missing, Pearl Rhino is missing. Yes, there's stuff missing, but I still feel like you're pulling a lot of valuable staples. So yeah, okay. Next tin we have Utopia. in here. Also a nice looking one. And that's also like a potential, that's a good one actually for like past formats, right? You play a little bit of, if you play a little bit of Tengu Plant or whatever, you're gonna play, you can play a nice looking Utopia for very cheap now. Back to this. Did you just start the same Gamba again? That's fine. That's no problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. The Bestial Cash one? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. All right, let's begin. Let us begin. I'm not giving you that much time to Gamba, but we have 15 tins. Well, 13 more ahead of us, so I don't want to wait like multiple minutes between each tin. So here we are. Some Libromancers, another Therion Bolt, another Flashing Fire, the second one, almost at the playset. Nice. Another Libromancer Fire, phenomenal. The Zombie Vampire, originally also a secret rare, so kind of like a side grade on this one, but Prismatic secret rare is pretty cool. And Sudri, the Phantom Glimmer, Troll Despair. Ooh, Common Volo. We have another card that I've never seen before in my life. Nauru Aries, the Vernal Dragon. Vernal, does it have anything to do with Vernal Sylph? No, it does not. Samsara Cat. Another Double Agent. Tri-Brigade Showdown. And Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer. Any good pulls yet? Well, I mean, no Fenrir. I'm like what I'm looking for the most is playsets of Fenrirs and Magnamut. We don't have any of those yet, but we're only this is the third tin. But we did pick up some runics, like a tip and we have a tip and a Hugin, which I'm happy about. All right, here's another Freaky or Freaky, Dictator of D, Maple Maid. The ultras seem very repetitive. Is there less ultras than secrets in this? Because I feel like I'm pulling a lot of duplicates on the ultra rare side. We have a Kashtira Birth. That looks very nice. There's a lot of the prismatic foiling on this one. And a Spirit of Neos. This tin was not the best one, I would say. This was definitely the worst out of the three so far because we gotten like zombie vampires, alright. But this one was not that great. Alright, next Gamba. Can I pick up a Stardust Dragon or a Cyber Dragon, please? No, okay. Alright, noted. We have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. The Gamba is running. I'm gonna leave it running for like a couple seconds because people haven't put their points in yet, but... What Kashtira card was it? We pulled a Kashtira Birth in this one. Sadly, not a Fenrir. Sadly, not a Fenrir. Alright, let's begin. Next one. We have a Yamatako Orochi. We have a Runic Allure. A Agent of Destruction Venus. And there's our first Runic Fountain, Poggers. They're not going to hit Runics on the next ban list, guys. Trust, we're going to need these cards. And we have Timaeus, the United Dragon. Alright, not a bad start. I'm a fan of that fountain. That looks good. We start with an Exosister Armament. We have our first Illegal Knight. We have the Blackwing Boreas Storm. We have the second Runic Tip. Very nice. And our first Bestial. All right, that was a very nice pack. The Runic Tip and Bestial Serenir. Very nice. 2 cards I was looking for. Very, very nice. Very nice, very nice. I do not have Collector's Rare Runics. The only reason why I'm hesitant to switch over to these is because it's kind of it's a very personal reason, but it's the other ones I've used to win the YCS, right? It's still the ones that I used in that deck. So, you know, but I don't know. These ones look very nice. Preki. Scatter Fusion. Magicore Warrior of the Relics. Ooh, a Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. Not bad. And a lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. This tin was significantly better than the previous one. By a lot. By a lot. That was a good tin. That was a very good tin. 2 Runics, Karma Cannon, Serenir, and Lovely Labyrinth. Very nice. Very happy with that tin. Very happy with that tin. All right, start the next Gamba. Okay. To be specific, universe, I want Stardust Dragon, Blackwing, Armor Master, or Cyber Dragon in this one. Please. 3 options to make me happy. And you give me a Dark Magician. There we go. Dark Magician has been acquired. We begin. Sales ban. What are you gonna do with all the tins? I'm probably gonna find someone who wants to use them as storage. I'm not gonna throw them out. Overfusion. Another Timaeus. Where's Fenrir? Oh, there's Tip. Is that Tip number 3? I mean, nice, but where are the other ones? This is 1, 2... No, this is the 3rd Tip. Yeah, it's the 3rd Runic Tip. The Runic God is smiling upon us, but we want Fenrir. Where's the Fenrir God? Or the Magnamute God? Therion Yugioh. Dragonic Pendulum. Libromancer Geek Boy. Bestial Serenir. Alright, we need those anyways. And another Karma Cannon. Alright, we're getting closer to playsets of some other cards that I wanted. Like Karma Cannon and Serenir. But we still haven't found Druid's Worm, Magnamute, or Fenrir. Concerning. But that Serenir looks good. Also, no Lubellion yet. True. No Lubellion yet. It's gonna change in this pack. Don't worry. We have Weather Painter Moonbow. Rika Princess. Rarity upgrade. Runic Allure. Another Lovely. Alright. Well, and another Zombie Vampire. Hey! Stop giving me duplicates! Branded Regain. Nice. No, another duplicate. Not the Rainbow Dragon, dude. Not 2 Rainbow Dragons. Where's my Cyber Dragons? It's the wrong dragon. Or Stardust Dragon. The wrong dragon. Ah. Do we have a we have a Gamba running. You know what I can do to give you guys more time for each Gamba? I can just open the packs while the Gamba is running, and then we flip them over, and that gives you a couple more seconds to Gamba your points. I think that makes it a little bit more smooth. How does that sound? I think that's a good idea. All right. Now we proceed. We have our first super rare Naturia Mole Cricket. Kind of bummed about this one not being a secret. Maybe they didn't make it a secret because the archetype... I mean, Naturia's time in the sun is kind of like already over, right? It's like that was a couple months ago. maybe then they would have given it a secret rare, but right now it's kind of like, you know. Goroza, Tyrant of Thunder. Runic Golden Droplet. We didn't have that one yet. Psychic End Punisher. We didn't have that one yet either. And Exo Sister Martha. All right, well. And rarity upgrade to Munin. Foggers. All right. We have Doll Monster Miss Machin again. We have the holo version of Pit Knight early now. Holo version of Naturia Blessing. Nice. Yo, stop! Stop with the zombie vampires. I've had enough. Another Immunin. Silent Wolf Kalupo. Overfusion. Alba Lenitus. Genosaur, thank you so much for the 16 months. Exo Sister Pax. And Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. There we go. Wasn't the Gamba for a Holo Fusion? There you go. Last minute showed up. Last pack showed up with 2 Holo Fusions. There you go. All right, so I'm noticing a distinct absence of Kashtira Fenrir and Bestial Magnamut. Weird. Weird. But this one's going to have one of the cards I want. Cyber Dragon! Yes! Oh, that looks so good. That's a beautiful Cyber Dragon. It doesn't quite beat the ulti, I think. The OG ulti is really nice. But this one is also very nice. Very, very nice. Like the Cyber Dragon. Very, very nice Cyber Dragon. Also, no Regulus yet. No Regulus and no Garura. A lot of the good ones we're still missing. We're not halfway through yet. Calm down. Calm down. I have a Ghost one. The Ghost one is also pretty cool. The Ghost one is also pretty cool. But I think the cool thing here is that this one, like, I get that some people don't feel super, like, happy about these. Like, I've heard that certain collectors are not happy that they're giving out, like, such an exclusive rarity as a promo. I personally think it's a great thing because it makes it so you get a very nice looking card for relatively cheap. I think that's a good thing. But maybe that's just me. Okay, let me open all the packs first again. Who is that? Nabi, thank you for the 8 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. My tins might just be the runic tins, yeah. I mean, we have a playset of tip already. All right, let's go. There we have the first Naturia Camellia. We have a Simorg, Bird of Perfection. We have another Samsara Sorrowcat. And there we go. There he is, the first Kashtira Fenrir. It looks so good, dude. It looks so good. The Prismatic Seeker on Fenrir is nice. I like that. I like that. See, I keep telling you this. You just need to complain to the universe sometimes. Sometimes you just tell the universe, hey, universe, you know what? I don't have a Fenrir yet. I don't have a Garura yet. The next pack you open, there you go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Complainers win yet again. Do you need the comments for the Gamba Scrub? Or not in this one? No. Alright. Bop, 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 bop. Brekkie again. Scatter Fusion again. Exo Sister Caspitel. I believe that's the first one. A second Borea. And our first Beyond the Pendulum. This is looking like a very good tin. Kashtira, Garura, Borea, Beyond the Pendulum. This tin goes stupid hard. And it had Cyber Dragon. And it had Cyber Dragon. Very nice. Yamatako Orochi. Dictator of Deep. Therion Charge. Blackwing Vada. And we're ending it with a Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. Okay, last pack was kind of, well, we can't complain about that tin. That was a nice tin. That was my favorite tin so far. All right, 1 out of 3 Fenrir. We're still missing Magnamut, Lubellion. And we have, what the hell is that even? Enlightenment Paladin in this one. Whatever. I mean, the one thing that's cool, I guess, is we haven't pulled many duplicates yet. The only promo we have 2 copies of is Rainbow Dragon. So that's that. Pop. And pop. By the way, Skrulp, if a Gamba is already over, like if the Gamba is, I don't know, will we pull a fusion monster holo and then the first pack has a fusion monster, you can already start one for the next one. Just so you have more time to vote. I'm doing that? Okay. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Alright, we have the first Dynamorphia Kent Regina. Also the very first Amazonas Augusta. The second copy of Naturia Blessing. Oh, the camera was lagging. Second Hugin, nice. It's funny that I mentioned that with the Holo Fusion, then we open 3 Fusion Holos in the first pack. Okay, we have Shangri-Ira and Hugin in the first pack. We have another Mole Cricket. The Adventure Dude. Another Rekka Princess. A Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. And a Master of Chaos. Don't know if Master of Chaos was an expensive card prior to this. Not sure. Probably not. This is a very fusion heavy pack. Argerine, Paticial, Runic Destruction. I don't think we had that yet. We need more of those. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon and Amazonas Pet Liger King. There was a lot of fusions in this. There was a lot of fusions in this one. Ah, come on. Back-to-back Enlightenment Paladin, Troll Despair, actual Troll Despair. That might be the worst promo in the tins. Is there a worse one? I'm pretty sure that's the worst one. I mean, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is pretty bad. And the Salamangreat XYZ is also pretty bad. But I'm pretty sure that's the worst one. This should be tin number 9. Yes. After this tin, we have 6 more left. Photon Dragon is at least playable. Who told you that? You should stop trusting whoever told you that. All right. We begin tin number 9 with a Laughin' Puffin. We get an Alba Lenitus. Ooh, the Dark Charmer. Very nice. This looks good. If only you could tell. There we go. We didn't have that one yet. We didn't want it. Okay, we have the third Therion Lily Borea. Playset acquired. Playset acquired. We have Exosister Armament, number 2 billion. I don't know. Dragonic Pendulum. Immortal Dragon. Another Branded Banishment. And another, I think that's our third copy of Visa Starfrost. So we have the playset now. That's also cool. I'm worried about the absence of the Bestial Magnamute and Lubellion. I'm worried about that. I mean, they're not terribly expensive, so I could pick them up after the fact, like if I don't pull them, but I was not expecting having to do that. Okay, Flashing Fire and Hugin. The Runic God is just telling me something, dude. I think this is the third Hugin before we even pulled one Lubellion or one Magnamute. So I'm pretty sure we have 3 Hugins, 3 tips, and 1 fountain already. Like we're almost done with the Runic set. Yeah. We need 1 more fountain, then we have all the prismatic runics that you would ever need. Alright, now it's about time we pick up those Stardust Dragons. Oh, nah, dude. Nah. I mean, I love Salamangreats, dude. I love Salamangreats, but... Not that one, dude. Not that one. All right. Tin number 10. We're running out of time to find our Magnamoots and Lubellions. Arrival. Amazoness Spiritualist. Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. Master of Chaos. Oh my god. Terrible. Donner. Therion Bull. Grin Papier, think of it for 4 months. Overfusion. Dragonic Pendulum. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And stop. Okay, this is an anime tin. Stop. I don't want the anime tins. No. No. Save me. Last pack, save me, please. Save me from the anime cards. Geek Boy, Princess. Okay, Water and Oh, actually, no, right. Those cards are in here. I want those. And Lubel. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, just ask. Just ask. Just ask your packs to be nice to you. I'm telling you. There we go. Enchantress and Lubellion. Saved. Tin was actually good. Tin was actually good. Where's my Stardust Dragons? I want Stardust Dragons, and I need a second Cyber Dragon. Stop. Please, for the love of God. Nova Ruma, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. All right. Exosister Carpe Diem, another Blackwing Boreas, another Dark. Nice. Oh, I spoiled. My bad. The first Theresia and the first Dynamite Power Load. Doll Monster Miss Mädchen. Groza. Ultimate Fusion. Therion This Coliseum, the first one, not bad. And, oh, nah, I can't. Don't, no, stop the Master of Chaos. Please. Soul Scissors. Stealthbergia. Domain. Okay, this is a Dinomorphia tin. This is a Dinomorbia tin. Another Blackwing and Ariana. Oh, Ariana. We didn't have that. Okay. Ariana. The first one. Okay. That tin was... That tin was not that great. Okay, now. Please. Okay, we're on a bad streak with the promos. We're down bad. We're down bad. Another Utopia. Another Utopia. Please, make it stop. Make it stop. The first one I was fine with. One I was fine with. But 3? Nah. Utopia bait like in Mass. Yeah, maybe it's... Maybe Utopia only shows up when your tin is insane, right? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is, chat. Maybe Utopia shows up to tell you your tin is going to be insane. Or, like in Master Duel, it shows up and there's nothing in your tin. Like, literally nothing. Alright, we have Therion Ball Ain. Stealthbergia. Kashira Preparations, the first one. The first Exosister Michaelis. And another Beyond the Pendulum. Another one of those. Another beautiful. We now have pulled. We've acquired all the new TCG exclusives. We're gonna definitely need them for competitive play because they're super relevant. Overfusion. Number two for Fenrir. Nice. And the first Shamal. All right. Preki. Albalenitis. Groza. I spoiled again. My bad. Starving Venom and Illusion of Chaos. Actually, a good one that we haven't found yet. We did not have this yet. Nice. Illusion of Chaos joins the pile. All right, we have 3 tins left. 3 tins left. We're missing. We still have not pulled a single Magnamoot or Druis Worm. Well. And also, we have not acquired a single Stardust Dragon and a single Blackwing. Okay, this one flew out. It's a Black Rose. It's a nice Black Rose. I'm not complaining about Black Rose. We have it already, but Black Rose cool. Black Rose nice. Black Rose nice. What's that? Two more after this? Right. This is tin number 13. Yes, we have 2 more after. Okay. Therion Bolt. Dynamorphia Stealthbergia. Agent of Destruction Venus. Oh, the first Scareclaw Rykard. Not the bad pickup. And the second Fountain, right? We needed that. We have now pulled every single runic card we need and not a single one too often in the secret rares. We have now 2 Fountains, 3 Tips, and 3 Hugins. So we can stop pulling runic secrets rare now. Thank you. We can stop pulling runic secrets now. Just give me the other ones that I'm missing. All right, we have Carpet Divem. Therion Charge. Paticiel Couverture. Scareclaw Tryhard. Also, we didn't have that. And, oh, the first Kashtira Unicorn. We didn't have that one yet either. Okay. Okay. Even after 13 tins now, there's still secret rares we haven't pulled yet. Noted. We have Kalupo. We have Blackwing Zonda the Dusk. We have Maple Maiden. We have Exo Sister Pax. I believe it's our second one. And another Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Well. 2 more tins. Still no Magnamoot. Ah! But a Blackwing Armor Master. At last. At least one. Nice. Nice for all the Edison enjoyers out there. Very cool. Very cool. All right. No Regulus, no Magnamoot, no Druis Worm. Only 1 Lubellion. I did not expect having to pick up so many cards after opening that many tins. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to pull playsets of everything, don't get me wrong. But I didn't expect to have to be missing so many cards. Anyways. Here you go. Smile Potion. A Geek Boy. Freezing Curses. Oh! Another secret we didn't have yet. Deus Machinex. And, oh, another secret we didn't have yet. Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Not bad. I didn't even realize how many secrets we didn't have yet. Okay, Luffin Puffin. Double Agent. Immortal Dragon. Scareclaw Tryhard, number 2. And Psychic End Punisher. Looks like someone is gonna have to pick up their Magnamoots and Druis Worms from Card Market. Sag. Therion Stand Up. Chinook. Yori Shori of the Aqua, whatever it's called. Second Ariana. And Scarecrow Lightheart. Didn't have that one yet either. All right. Oh. Okay. We are down to the very, very, very last tin. Run the Gamba. And yeah, I mean, obviously, I feel like I've pulled everything except for the Lubellion, the Magnamut, the Druisworm, and the third Fenrir that I wanted out of these tins. So, whatever. Those are the ones we're desperately looking for. Also, the promo, it'd be really nice to at least pull one Stardust Dragon in 15 tins. I mean, there's 16 different promos, so it was like you're gonna miss some. We didn't pull Neos, we didn't pull Red Eyes, we didn't pull Exodia, we didn't pull Stardust, we didn't pull Odd Eyes, we didn't pull Decode Talker. Oh. Alright, let's go. We did pull Odd Eyes. I lied. We pulled Odd Eyes. That was probably one of the ones that I wanted the least out of the missing ones, but alright, well, we have it. We have it. It's better than Utopia number 4. I'll say that. Okay. There's gonna be hella Magnamuts and Druisworms and Fenrirs and everything. What is the Gamba for the last one? Psychic Rover? Oh, that's a common. Okay, so I need to go through the comments. All right. Let's see if we... I'm gonna make it more exciting for you guys. I'm gonna go commons one by one in the last one because the Gamba was for a common. Let's see if we pull a Psychic Rover. Oh. The Melfi back-to-back. Okay, we have Nauru, Arias the Vernal Dragon, Dynamorphia Stealth Bergia, Agent of Destruction Venus, and another Master of Chaos, and the Blue Eyes. Oh no, it's an animate tin. Not again, dude. Ghastly Glitch, Iron Digger, Labyrinth Archfiend, and Melfi Steering Contest, and Double Dust Tornado Twins. Ooh, 2 more packs. Okay, Biblisp, Shell, Reversion, Scareclaw Acro, Libromancer Misty Girl, Ice Jade, Frecky, Therion Charge, Patty CL. Oh no, it's only anime cards so far. And a Water Enchantress. Okay, I guess I wanted the Water Enchantress. That's fine. I can live with a Water Enchantress. No Psychic Rover so far. No Psychic Rover so far. And no Psychic Rover in the second pack at all. Grand Tusk Dragon. Weather Forecast. Earth's Arctic Irradiation. Libromancer Displaced, Supreme Seamare, XYZ Combine, Therion Bull Ain, Zonda the Dusk, Maple Maiden. There's the Lubellion, the very last pack. Lubellion number 2, very nice. Let's see what's hidden behind this beautiful bestial Lubellion. Let's see it. It's a 3rd Runic Fountain. They could not resist giving me a playset even though it's already semi-limited. Alright, I guess that was a very good last pack. That was a very good last pack. Alright, and now let's see if there's a Psychic Rover in here for all of y'all gamblers. Okay, there's a Dragunity Sonatus. Rex Fright for Hire. Oh, it's a monster! And it's not Psychic Rover, but there's one more. It's not a monster, it's a Black Shadow Squall. Alright, no Psychic Rover in the last one. No Psychic Rover in the last one. Alright, that's it. We're probably gonna give some of these away. I'm just gonna have to sort them and see how many of each I have and so on and so forth. We're probably gonna do that on Monday. Let me just sort through all of this in peace, and then do that on Monday. But I'll probably give away some of the stuff that I didn't need. Overall, though, I mean, did I pull everything I wanted? No. But I would still say I'm pretty happy with these tins. I mean, if you look at it, 6 secret rares is basically 1 tin, right? So every set of 6 secrets is 1 tin, right? And so like, am I happy with this? This was 1 tin. Are you happy with this for $15 plus the ultras and whatever else you get? Yeah, I'd say so, right? I'd say so. Are you happy with this for $15? I think so. I mean, you get a DDD, the DDD dude, the 2 Labyrinth Secrets, Scarecrow Triad, and Punisher Lightheart. This is good. This is good, I think. Also fine, I think. I mean, you get a Runic Fountain, Scarecrow Tryhard, Rykard, Unicorn, Pax. I'm not sure if this is $15, by the way. I'm not saying 15 you're making all the money right now, because I'm not sure how the prices are. I'm just saying, like, in terms of what you get in for playability wise, right? Like, most of these are very meta relevant cards that used to be very expensive and now they're not anymore, and that's the point of these tins, right? Very good tin. This one was kind of cringe. This one I'll give to you. This one was cringe. This one was pretty good because of the last pack. Oh, I messed up the sorting. Okay, anyways. It's fine. I messed up the sorting because I counted runic cards in the middle. It's fine. I don't know. I think they're fine. I think they're a fine product. I don't think they're amazing. They would have been amazing if they had Kurikara and Pearl Rhino, but only because they're not amazing does not mean they're bad. I think they're alright. All right. So that's the opening part. That was a little bit faster than I anticipated, but that's good. That means we have more time for others. Okay, someone got rich. That was a given after having so many gambas. That was always gonna happen. Neorika, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Okay. Let me prepare what we're doing next real quick. All right, so let's move on. I'm not sure. By the way, we're not gonna do a. It's probably not gonna be a full stream today. I have to go a little bit earlier because I have an appointment later. But it's fine because what we're doing now is probably not gonna take that much time. For all the people that have been asking, by the way, about Purely and Master Duel, let me quickly say a few things about Purely and Master Duel. Because we're not gonna play Master Duel today. We're not gonna play Master Duel today. We're gonna do that on Monday. We're gonna do that next Monday because, for anyone that hasn't noticed, they actually released Purely in a much stronger state than what I expected. They actually released Pure Lily and Sleepy Memory in Master Duel, which is that deck is very, very good in Master Duel right now. And we're gonna play that on Monday. On Monday, we're gonna open up the packs. We're gonna play some Purely, and we're gonna see how it works and how good it really is in Master Duel right now. But that is not something I planned for today. We're not gonna have the time for that today. And the Mikanko cards, I'm still excited about. I'm still excited about the Mikanko cards. We're also gonna experiment with those. So, just a quick word for all the people that were asking about that. We're not gonna do it today, but we are gonna do it. We are gonna do it. I'm excited to do it. All right, so what we are gonna do today is talk about this my locals experience yesterday. It's nothing too crazy, but I decided to go to locals for the first time in probably about a year. It's been a while since I've been to locals. It's kind of far. It's like 1.5 or 2 hours that it takes me by train to go to locals, which is like kind of so I don't go very often, but I did go yesterday. And I was planning on using Purely, just because I think the deck is very good and I wanted to try it. And then I go through my cards to build my Purely deck, right? And I find my Salamangreat core that I've acquired a couple weeks ago when the Legendary Duelist came out. And I look at it and I'm like, I kind of think this deck's very fun. And it's just locals, right? And so why not? And so I made this little tweet of like, there's 2 possible ways that I can approach locals today. And of course, I mean, anyone who's been watching this channel for a while knows how I decided. So I was out there summoning Salamangreats yesterday at locals. It was a very fun day. And I think it was second place. They didn't post standings at the end. They didn't have the thingy with. They just gave me the OTS packs and closed the store. So I think it was second place because I went. It was only 4 rounds. I won 3 and had 1 draw. So I got second place, and I pulled. Even though I decided against Purely, I pulled Pure Lily in my OTS packs, which was very very nice. And I just wanted to quickly recap it. Maybe tell you what I played and why I played it, even though since it was just locals, I didn't really like the deck was built in like 30 minutes or something just to have some fun. But I do think I do think that Salamangreat is like, looking at my list, I think it can be a solid budget option, honestly. But yeah, so I have the deck right here, although I'm not sure which is the best way to do it. I have the deck here, but I'm not really happy with the quality of the thing. Is this good if I show you the cards like this? Like, will this work, or should we do it in a different way? Is this fine or nah? It's fine? Okay, well. Then I can just show you my Salamangreat deck at locals like this. I do have a picture as well. Like the other option, we just look at a more in high quality picture on the screen, and I show you and I talk about it that way. I have a way better image of it on my computer right now, if y'all want to do it that way. But we can also do a live deck profile, and then So, okay. Anyways. Make a video for the content. I mean, we can make a video out of that's not the issue. That's not the issue. But we can just... what we can do is we can do the best of both worlds. We can go through the cards, and then I can pull up the picture after to talk about it. Right? We can do that. Anyways. Okay. So, I played Salamangreat, and I used 3 Salamangreat of Fire. This card is very good. This card is very, very cool. I enjoyed the added consistency of this, and it was very good. I even won 1 round because of its graveyard effect, because I played a like 35-minute game against Purely, game 1. I won game 1 against Purely, and then game 2 they made me go first, and I set up, and they go second, and it's like there's like a minute left or something, and they use my friend Purely to pay 500 life points, and then they go to the battle phase, and they want to do damage by attacking my Sunlight Wolf, and I destroy it with this, and then they don't do damage. So I won that because of this, but that's that. 3 spinnies. This is standard. The one thing that's not so standard is I decided to play 3 Foxies. I really like this card. I think Foxy is in a very nice spot. I played Flame Buffalo as well, but I don't think Foxy clashes very much with other normal summons, because if you draw too many Salamangreats, Foxy is good because it can pitch those Salamangreats from your hand. And if you draw not that many Salamangreats, you can just normal summon it and use its effect. I like Foxy, but you could cut this down to 2. I'd be okay with cutting it down to 2. I just wanted I wanted a high amount of good discards for Buffalo. That's why I played 3 Foxies. And then I played 1 Jaguar. I decided to against playing Desires for this. 1 Falco. This, honestly, might not be necessary. I didn't really use this very frequently for, like, any shenanigans. It was really... When this came up, it felt like so much like a bonus. Right? So extra. It felt very extra. And then you play 1 Gazelle. Sadly. And then 1 Weasel. This card was actually very nice. This card was actually so nice. The amount of cool things I did with this was the most enjoyable card yesterday. Like, the amount of times I went, like, make Sunlight Wolf and then give them something to the zone where Sunlight Wolf points, so I get to add back a card with Sunlight Wolf and draw a card with Weasel. And then also, later on, I would bounce. Like, I would give them Gazelle or Salamangreat of Fire. Then I would make a Mirage Stelio. I would bounce it back to my hand for, like... This was very, very cool. I enjoyed this card a lot. And then I also played 3 Buffalos, because go big or go home, I guess. This card only clashes with Salamangreat of Fire, and I think it's kind of like a first world problem. I'd rather draw both of these than none of them. That was my idea. Buffalo was good. And that was that. I think it's fine to play both. You can cut on Buffalo slightly, but I did like that. And then for the rest of the engine, you play 3 Circle, of course. I think 1 Will is fine, because it feels like a card that is only really good when you already can... It's only really good when you can already play, and it does help you play through Book of Moon. That was one thing I noticed, is that there was one game where my opponent just Book of Mooned my normal summon, and that was it, right? And so this card can help you with that. Another card that can help with that is Salamangreat Tiger as well. Like, if you normal summon... I didn't play Salamangreat Tiger, but like if you go normal summon Salamangreat of Fire and you're afraid that your opponent might have a Book of Moon, you could grab something like Tiger. But you would obviously have to have Gazelle in your hand already for that to be worth it. And then 1 Sanctuary. I drew this card out of 8 games that I played yesterday, because I 2-0'd round 1, I 2-0'd round 2, 1-1 draw in round 3, and then I 2-0'd round 4. 8 games total. Opened this 3 times. The last 3 games of the day I opened Sanctuary. It started out really well. Didn't draw it for the first 5 games. Then the last 3 in a row, I drew it. Anyways. Just 2 Signet Minings. This should probably be 3. This card was really nice. But I didn't have room for it. And then 1 of each trap. And then for non-engine... I decided to go very hand trap heavy with Salamangreat, because I felt like this deck going first, it doesn't make the most oppressive boards, right? Let's not. This is more like a tier 2 strategy because it's very fair. It has a good grind game. It's very fun to play, but its end board is not super strong. Like, even like very good hands will end on like both of the traps. That's about it. So I figured pairing that up with a couple hand traps was nice. So I decided to play Ash. Obviously, this is the best one because you can recycle it with Sunlight Wolf. That did that a lot. Like, very often when you get into a grind game and Ash Blossom is involved, it's really nice because you can, like, 1 Sunlight Wolf every turn will reset Ash and a trap card. It's very hard to outgrind this deck in a situation like this. I played 3 Nibs and 3 Drolls. These were the bane of my Mannadium opponent's existence because I played against Mannadium round 1 and I played against Mannadium round 2, and they did not have fun. They did not. They summoned from the extra deck a total of 1 time. Yeah. And 3 Imperms. So 12 hand traps, and then I didn't want to go in with completely without an Arise Heart out, so I played Book of Moon. Right, this card was good against Purely. This card's just very good in general right now. It's like all those cards are relatively popular this format for a very good reason. The cool thing about Salamangreat is that it gets to play all of them together, right? It's like it flows very well. You just need those, and then you need 1 Signet Mining or Gazelle or like Salamangreat of Fire, and you're good to go, right? That's the deck basically. So that was cool. And then 2 Sunlight Wolves, 3 Balinks, 2 Phoenix, and 1 Heatleo. This is kind of like enough. In some of the grind games I did run out of these, Like, I had a 40-minute game 1 against Despia, or like Branded, where my extra deck was down to 2 cards, and then I won. You could arguably play a third Sunlight Wolf, but that's, yeah. I never missed the second Helio. That was good. Link Decoder, I made this a couple times. It's not super broken, but it's good. It helps you get into access code easier. Splash Mage, I made this a bunch of times. This one I never made, funnily enough, and I've seen some deck profiles who say that they also have never made it. I think the option is nice, but it just ends up not happening very often. I feel like. But I mean, I only played 4 matches with this yesterday, so I'd probably leave it here for now, because the option is good, but you could bring back the third Sunlight Wolf. I definitely missed the third Sunlight Wolf more often than I made this, this was 0 times. The third Sunlight Wolf I would have made a couple times. So there's that. Transcode is phenomenal. Heat Soul is phenomenal. Access Code is obviously great. And then there's Mirage Stallion, which is also very good. That's the extra. Literally 1 flex spot, which is this. Everything else I feel like is necessary. So this could be a third Sunlight Wolf, but that's about it. The side deck is kind of like a thrown together kind of thing. I played Kurikaras, which if you want to build this deck on a budget, honestly, the only things that are money in my list, I'm pretty sure, are the Salamangreat of Fire a little bit and the Access Code Talker. You need those. These you can replace. Like, if you're trying to build this on a budget, which I'm pretty sure you can, like, this is for a budget deck, I think this deck is very solid. I don't think it's a top meta contender right now, but as a budget version, as a budget option, I could see it. In that case, you would probably cut Kurikara for a different answer to like a Rysart and purely Noir, like a Kaiju. Kaiju is actually not terrible in this deck because you can bounce it with Mirage Stallion, so like you could play a Dweller, a Kaiju instead. I played 3 Bells for like Labyrinth and Branded. I sided these in against Manadium simply because going second, I wanted to have more hand traps, and I sided out books for Ghost Bells. I'm not even sure if that was super smart, but it's the only other hand trap I had in the side deck, so there we go. Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, because I was very, very nervous about Book of Moon and Book of Eclipse. I didn't want to, this deck, most of the time, if it gets booked, it'll pass, which is one reason why I wouldn't bring this to a very big tournament in this format. It's not very good against books. And that's why I felt like back row removal was necessary. The same is true for Evenly. It's like if your opponent makes a board and has books, you will just evenly them, and they will probably not keep the books. So that's good. And then I sided 3 Karma Cannon for going first. I figured that would be the best card for going first over D-Barrier, because I've seen a lot of people run Cross out for D-Barrier, and that's why I wanted to have Karma Cannons, because Purely is not very good at playing through Karma Cannon, and it also outs Noir in any other board state. So I like the Karma Cannons, but yeah, that was it. The side deck is kind of arbitrary. I just threw it together. I went through my cards yesterday and I was like, yeah, these make sense. So that was that. Okay. For a better overview and to talk about certain cards, let me just move over here. Because it's, yeah, that's I think a much better way to look at the deck. Yeah. I liked it. I think it was very fun. So like I said, round 1 I played against Manadium. I lost the dice roll, but opened 2 hand traps in game 1, which was, I believe, Ash Imperm. And that was enough to stop their turn. And then in game 2, I opened Droll and Lockbird, which was alone enough to end their turn. So that was round 1. And then round 2 was Manadium again. This time I went first, and just going first against Manadium was actually quite easy, I would say. Like, I opened a solid hand and they could not play through it. It was not just the Salamangreat combo. I opened Salamangreat combo plus Nib, and they started playing into my Salamangreat interruptions, and then eventually I just nibbed them and it was over. And then game 2 they went first. But game 2 in that game I opened insane. I opened madness. I opened Ash, Imperm, Nib, Salamangreat of Fire, and Signet Mining. And then I top decked, I believe, a discard for Signet Mining that was solid, like a Foxy or something. Like, it was insane. They got destroyed. They couldn't do anything about it. And then round 3 against Despia, it was like I went first. My hand was really good, but I don't think I played it optimally because it was the first time I played the deck, so I didn't end on as much disruption as I should have, and that kind of enabled them to play through it a little bit. And then I had a lot of follow up, and then I started playing on the next turn, and then I cleared their entire board and left them on. I left them on no cards in hand, but they got Cartesia back in the end phase. And then they top decked Super Poly to get rid of my board. And then we like it was a huge back and forth because eventually I ran out of my entire extra deck pretty much. And then we played for it was like a 40-minute game, dude, or 35-minute game. And then game 2, they went first. They made Masquerade. Game 2, I drew. I opened 3 Ash Blossoms, the Field Spell, and a Drollin Lockbird. And then I top decked a Bell. And then on the next turn, I top decked an Imperm. Phenomenal. But yeah. I don't really understand Buffalo. I will say Flame Buffalo was probably the card that underperformed the most out of all of this. I wanted to have Buffalo because it seems like a very nice card. Right? But it's like it didn't feel quite ideal because it doesn't guarantee you the Gazelle, right? It doesn't guarantee to find the Gazelle, but it does provide card advantage, which is important in this deck, I think. Like that's kind of what it lives off of, right? Like if this deck goes first, it'll very consistently make its board. But your opponent will always be able to play into your board because this deck just does not have the option to make an auto-win board. It doesn't have it. Your end board is Salamangreat Rage Phoenix with both traps, best case, and almost also worst case, like pretty much, right? And so your opponent will always play into it. Right? Your opponent will always be able to play into it, and they will get into a grind game, and that's where Flame Buffalo can make a huge difference because you'll have more follow-up and so on and so forth. I would recommend you to play at least one Flame Buffalo, by the way. In case you decide to cut down on Flame Buffaloes, which you can do, I think it's good to play at least one as a Signet mining target. Because you can Signet mining for Buffalo when you already have Gazelle and like a couple other salads, right? Like if you draw Signet mining and a couple Salamangreats, you can just Signet mining for Buffalo and get into hand traps and stuff like that way. So I would always play one, but you could get away with just one. Yeah. As far as Desires goes, I just don't really. I think it's a good card in this deck, but I just don't enjoy activating a card when like I have so many 1-ofs in my deck. So the idea behind it, the idea behind it is that when you already have Gazelle, you don't really need Desires, right? It's good if you already have Gazelle to have Desires. It's fine, but like you don't really need it. And if you don't have Gazelle, it's a very risky play to activate Desires, right? Because if you don't have Gazelle, Desires is usually your first action, right? And then if Desires is your first action, it's so risky because one Sanctuary, one Gazelle, one of each trap, one Weasel, one Jaguar, one Falco. You can't play multiples of all of those cards, right? You can play a second Jaguar, you can play a second copy of a trap or something, but like you're gonna lose out on a lot of grind game value if you banish a couple 1-ofs with Desires. Because there's been plenty games where I needed all of those cards. I will say, I think Salamangreat Weasel drastically overperformed for me. That card was really nice. I'm considering playing more copies of that card. That card seemed very, very cool. Yeah. In terms of how does this deck play around Nibiru? It does not. I have not really figured out a great way to play around Nibiru. I guess one way could be to play more Wills. And then if you get Nibiru'd, you maybe have to play. Maybe you can play Link Spider to turn the Nibiru token into a Cybers, and then together with Will, you can You can make like you can reborn, and then you can turn Link Spider and the reborn into Splash Mage and make a Heat Soul at least. That's something you could do. You could play Cross Out. Which would be okay. I noticed a couple times that I would get impermed on Salamangreat of Fire, and I simply wouldn't have a way to Gazelle. Right? That was one way how why I thought, like, initially I was like, I'm gonna draw enough Gazelles with like 3 Salamangreat of Fire, 3 Circle, 1 Gazelle. I don't need to play the full 3 copies of Signet Mining. And I did always open a way to Gazelle, except for one game, the one where I drew 3 Ashes and the Field Spell. But very often my only way to Gazelle was Salamangreat of Fire, and then they would simply imperm it or Ash it, and then I didn't have Gazelle, and that was painful. But yeah. Yeah, and then, like I said, the last round I played against Purely, which was a tough matchup, I think. I 2-0'd it, but only I think it's only because they made misplays, like decently large misplays. They had at some point in game 1, they had a 11 or 12 material X Purely Noir. Which is pretty much impossible to beat. This deck should never be the 12 material X Purely Noir. That thing was sitting there, 12 materials, with Delicious Memory attached, which meant that it had like 6,400 defense or some shit. And they were just sitting on it, and they just thought that I couldn't out it, right? And so they didn't activate it. I was just sitting there playing, right? And they just didn't do anything, right? And I didn't have Kurikara in it because it was game 1. And so I just played, right? I didn't scoop, I just played, and then they just didn't use it, right? And then I get to a point where I have a Rage Phoenix in the extra monster zone, and I get to make a Transcode Talker under it because they just don't let me, they don't prevent it, right? And so I get a Transcode Talker under my Rage Phoenix. And then they try to Noir the Transcode Talker, and I tell them you can't target it, right? Because it's co-linked with the Rage Phoenix. You can't target the Transcode Talker, and you can't target the Rage Phoenix anymore. And then I made a Heat Soul next to the Transcode Talker, which they could target the Heat Soul, but they didn't. They didn't realize they could target the Heat Soul. And then I turned the Heat Soul and the Rage Phoenix into a Access Code Talker next to the Transcode Talker, which they couldn't target now. And because I used Rage Phoenix for Access Code, it went up to 63, plus 500 from Transcode, makes 68, was able to attack over the 6,400 defense Noir. Barely. Because they didn't really pay attention. So that was kind of on them. That's how I won against Purely. They should have won that game. They should have definitely won that game. They should have if they just spin the Heat Soul or something, I can never out the Noir. So that's how I won game 1 against Purely after I grinded for like 35 minutes against them. Like they were sitting on that Noir in defense position and just didn't do much else for a couple turns. And I kept, like, they had my friend, I brought back Foxy to pop my friend, I played, then I passed because I couldn't out it, they played into my board a little bit, next activated another my friend, next turn I go Foxy again to pop my friend, play a little bit, so on and so forth, until eventually they let me do all that into the access code, with the transcode. So that was that. And then game 2 is like 10 minutes left before we shuffle. I side deck, we shuffle, and they let me go first. And I open after that was a game where I got impermed on Salamangreat of Fire. It was that, and my hand was really bad after. So I literally ended on Sunlight Wolf. Like I made a relink Sunlight Wolf, and then I used Will that I hard drew to bring back from the graveyard Salamangreat of Fire and another monster, Spinny, I think, just to trigger the Sunlight Wolf to add something back. And then I pass. Right? So literally my board is Sunlight Wolf and 2 Salamangreat monsters in defense, which were level 2 and level 3. So I couldn't really make anything. And I couldn't make Rage Phoenix and relink it because I had to relink Sunlight Wolf. and their turn starts, and there's like, I don't know, 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left. I don't know exactly. They start playing. They activate my friend. They pay 500. So they pay 500, and then they play for like 2 or 3 minutes. And their goal was to just attack one of my monsters with happiness, destroy it by battle, half my Sunlight Wolf down to 900, and then attack it again for 1100 damage, right? And so they paid 500 for the thing, and then I take 1100 from their attack. So theoretically, they should win, right? The problem was that what they decided to do with the happiness, the first attack that they made was onto Salamangreat of Fire. They attack Salamangreat of Fire. They half my Sunlight Wolf. And then they go to attack the Sunlight Wolf. And I use Salamangreat of Fire to destroy it in damage steps, so they don't deal any damage. And then it was time. Then it was time, and they had paid 500 for my friend purely, and that's why they got 2-0. Well, which was very unfortunate on their end, but that was that. So yeah, that was my locals experience, and then I got rewarded. I pulled I pulled this in my OTS packs that I got. Very nice, very cool. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I had fun at locals. I kind of miss going to locals. That's one thing I realized. It's like, it's kind of far, but I do wish I could go more often because it's very fun. I miss these opportunities, right? Because there's a lot of decks that I really enjoy, like this one. This is a deck that I really thoroughly enjoyed yesterday. It was a lot of fun to play this. But I noticed throughout the entire day, I noticed that, you know, this deck is like, it's fun, but it's not a meta deck right now. It's not a top tier deck. It's like tier 2 at max. So I never, because of how competitive I am, I never really get to bring decks like this to like a YCS, right? Or like a regional even. Like for regionals, I also usually care too much to bring a deck like this. But having locals where I get to bring something like this without feeling bad about it, right? Even if I do not do well with it, it doesn't really matter that much, right? I should probably go to locals more often. That's that. It was very fun. It was a lot of fun. And I do recommend, if you're on a budget, I do recommend trying out this deck. Just take out the Kurikaras, and I think you can have a lot of fun for a decently low budget. I mean, what are we talking here? I think everything here is pretty much dirt cheap outside of like Salamangreat of Fire. Maybe Salamangreat Rage Phoenix is like $5 or $7. I don't know exactly. An access code talker. And then like, okay, Ash and Nib and Imperm are a couple bucks, but those are pretty much necessary for every day. Like $100 maybe without the Kurikaras. Is that a rough estimate? How much is an access code these days, chat? $35. You don't need access code. You don't need. I guess you're right. Worst case, if you're on an extreme budget, you could play without access code. I would not recommend that. I think you should probably invest into an access code talker if you want to play this deck. But I think okay. So if an access code is like $30 to $35, the Salamangreat of Fire I think is like $10. So we're looking at like $60 to $65. 2 Rage Phoenix is like $15 together, probably less. Looking at $80, some staples, some of the core. It's like literally without the Kurikaras, I think you're looking at around $100 for in my opinion, deck that you can show up to locals with and do well with. Potentially even at a regional if you have a good day. It's not a bad deck. It's not a bad deck, but it's yeah, as a top tier option right now, I don't think it's top tier, but it's a good budget option, and it's a lot of fun, so I recommend it. And I will say, in a world, literally 2 things need to happen for this deck to be meta. And I think all of you can guess which the 2 things are. The first thing, and the obvious thing, is Gazelle needs to go to 2 or 3. Gazelle needs to go to 2 or 3, and it should go to 2 or 3. It should really go up. Like, it has no business being at 1. This deck is not a problem. This deck is not going to be a problem. Even if this deck was meta, it would not be oppressive. It's a completely fine deck to exist in the metagame. So Gazelle should go to 3. And The other thing is Arisard should be banned. Or Kashtira needs to stop being the best deck in the format, pretty much, right? Nibiru is a problem for this deck. I'm not gonna lie. Nibiru is always gonna be a problem. They're not gonna ban Nibiru, dude. But yeah. You could live with... If Nibiru is your only problem, I think you could get around it. Like, somehow, with a build. Like, you have options, right? There's Salamangreat Tiger, which is possibly a way to get into Baron de Fleur. Which... In a world where they would put Gazelle to 3, you are not as reliant on a card like Salamangreat of Fire, which locks you into fire monsters, so you can't make Baron. But with Salamangreat Tiger, you could potentially make Baron in a version that doesn't even play Salamangreat of Fire. Deck was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of a different like locals recap. I know it's just locals, but you know, I just haven't had much. This was the first time I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Like TCG since over a month. It's been a long time. So I really wanted to share my first experience after, like, I was basically stuck in Master Duel Worlds format for way too long. I haven't played since Duelist Nexus came out. So yeah, I just wanted to share that experience. I hope you enjoyed that. Little bit of a recap. All right. And that was that. Can you show the side deck? Of course. There it is. But the side deck was pretty far from optimal, I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't side evenly matched again. Because my idea with evenly matched was that it gets rid of all the Book of Moons and stuff like that. Which is technically true. The problem is that against Purely and Kashtira, it leaves Noir or Arisard on the field, right? You go battle phase, you go evenly. Even if your evenly goes freaking +5, you're still losing to Arisard or Noir if you don't have Kurikara, pretty much. So I'm not sure if I'm convinced by evenly matched. The side deck cards that you should definitely play is something like Kurikara. It doesn't have to be specifically Kurikara, but it has to be some out to Noir and Arisard. You could... One thing that I think is cool is you could play the Fire Kaiju. You could play the Fire Kaiju. That would be sick because you can like bounce it back to your hand with Sunlight Wolf, right? That would be interesting. You just give them a Kaiju over the Noir, and then you can either you run over it and then you add it back with Sunlight Wolf, or you just bounce it with Mirage Stalio. So that way you have an out to Noir every turn, right? You can do the same with Kurikara. You can just Kurikara them, then make Sunlight Wolf, then add back Kurikara. That's why Kurikara is also very good in this deck, right? It's because it's the fire monster and you can recur it from the graveyard. So even if you go into a grind game against Purely, like you go back and forth, breaking each other's boards, if you always recycle Kurikara or Kaiju, you can always come back, basically, right? You always have an out for the next Noir, right? So I think that's cool. You could even play both, honestly. You could play both. That seems very nice, actually. So yeah. But yeah, one big problem of this deck is Book of Moon and Book of Eclipse, which is like, if you go second, I had this a couple times, right? I hand trapped my opponent, they passed, and I look at my hand and I'm like, okay, well, they just passed, and now I have to play into their board, and then they book me and I just pass. That's an issue, right? That's an issue. But you can't really solve it, right? I mean, I already play Feather Duster and Lightning Storm. Another card that I would have really liked to play is my boy Phantasme. I think Phantasme is actually back in the format. It's like really good against decks like Unchained. But the reason I didn't was because it has anti-synergy with Lightning Storm and Evenly. That's why I didn't put Phantasme. But the card is pretty good in this deck. If you cut Evenly and Lightning Storm, you would actually play Phantasme, I'm pretty sure. Phantasme is very nice. But you can't main deck it because it's like... Yesterday, I played against Purely, it does nothing. Against Branded, it does nothing. So I'm glad I didn't main deck Phantasme. Phantasme is good against every deck that Link summons, pretty much. It's good against Dragon Link. It's good against... It can even be good against Mannadium, because they make... at least my Mannadium opponent made Scareclaw Rykard. Right? It just gives you a... It's not... Like, the thing is, it gives you a good chance at drawing into very, very key hand traps. Right? Like, Drollin Lockbird on Nibiru. It's very good to have a better chance at drawing into those, right? Like, of course, instead of Phantasme, you could just play a quote-unquote real hand trap, like, I don't know, Effect Veiler or, Effect Veiler or, which one am I thinking of? Mourner. But those cards are not as good as, like, drawing a Nib or a Droll, right? And so I think it's better to try and draw into those. Yeah. What's your side deck patterns? In this deck, it was relatively simple. I just exchanged, in every single matchup, I just exchanged the non-engine that wasn't good for a better non-engine. Like, for example, against Mannadium, I sided out Book of Moon for Ghost Bell going second because I wanted more hand traps. Ghost Bell is not amazing against Mannadium, I think, but the side deck was also not super, you know, I didn't think too hard about it. I made it like a couple minutes before leaving for locals. So going second against Mannadium combo decks, I took out Book for Ghost Bell. Or you take out, like, I don't know, against... going second, you can often take out Signet Mining, because it, like, you have more copies of Gazelle anyways. Unless you play against a deck that plays books, then you don't want to side out Signet Mining, because, you know, you need that as an extender. But yeah. And then going first, it's really just you side in Karma Cannon against almost everything, and that's about it, right? There's no Master Duel today. There's no Master Duel today because we don't have as much time today. I actually, it's running, we're running out of time very fast, because I have an appointment later today. I still wanted to go live for, even if it's just going to be a shorter stream, because, you know, it's just a short locals report and Megatin openings that we already did. But yeah. But for all the people asking, once again, Naraxis, thank you for the 9 months. No, you can do that. I just didn't want to be that guy at locals yesterday. That was the thing. I didn't want to be that guy at locals yesterday. I think it's possible to play Rivalry or Gozen in this deck and just play, like, for Weasel after siding, right? You just go Weasel, give them a fire monster, and then you sit on Rivalry or Gozen. And when they try to crash with the monster, you just go Salamangreat of Fire, destroy your own card. It's actually kind of toxic. And it's not bad, actually. It stops cards like Lightning Storm evenly matched. And you can probably set up a counter trap as well for, like, a potential out. It's kind of toxic. If you can consistently set up Roar, Rivalry or Gozen, Weasel, give them a monster, and then you have 2 Salamangreat Link monsters, like a Rage Phoenix and a Balings or something. That's pretty toxic. Because if they try to crash with the Salad monster, you just destroy your own monster with Salamangreat of Fire. And if they have an out like Duster or Cosmic Cyclone to the Floodgate, you just have the counter trap. That's pretty disgusting if you can do that. And that could also be a way to beat Nibiru, honestly, because you just lock them under their own Nibiru, right? Right. Or, yeah, right. You also, the field spell is also enough to stop them from crashing. Right. So, yeah. We got second place at locals. I won. It was 4 rounds. It was 3 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. The draw was against Branded, but yeah. Yeah, anyways, regarding Master Duel, we're doing that on Monday. On Monday, we're going to open up the new pack. We're going to talk about the Purely support, and we're going to play some Purely and play some Mikanko, probably. It's all going to happen. Did he react to the Dragon Ruler XYZ? I have not reacted to it, but I've seen it. We can quickly talk about it. I have some more time. This was announced yesterday. We've talked about this before, but we didn't have the effect yet. We did not have the effect of this card yet. So let me quickly read you the effect. And it's I have this effect makes me kind of sad and also happy. And I'll tell you why in a second. All right, this is Blaze, Supreme Ruler of Dragons. Dragon XYZ effect, 2 level 7 monsters. You already know I freaked out when I saw the artwork before we even saw the effect. Because you guys know I'm a big fan of the Dragon Rulers. Dragon Ruler format is one of my favorite formats of all time. Not the favorite format of all time, but one of my favorite formats. Love the Dragon Rulers. Very, very pog. So I was really rooting for the support. Because in my mind, this just gives me copium that they will eventually unleash the Dragon Rulers again, right? So here we go. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card, destroy a card in your hand or field, and one card your opponent controls. You can banish 2 dragon and or fire monsters from your hand or graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard, but return it to the extra deck when it leaves the field. Okay. Bad news first. Bad news first. This card is not that great. It's not a terrible card, but it's just not phenomenal. It's a rank 7 that can destroy one of your opponent's cards without targeting, which is solid, but it's not great. And then on top of it, it can come back from the graveyard like a regular Dragon Ruler, which is like good. It's a good effect, right? But it's overall just not a phenomenal card, right? I'm like pretty sure right now, would Cash Tira even play this card, which is the most popular rank 7 spam deck? Probably not, right? Probably not. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. They might play it, but I'm not sure if they really would. It's like, it's not that great. The thing is, if you look at this card's 2 effects, and this is the good news now, the one that makes me happy. If you look at this card's 2 effects, you'll notice that it has a very, very key difference with Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, right? Because Blaster's effect in hand also destroys a card on the field, and Blaster's graveyard effect also lets you summon it by banishing 2 dragons and or fire monsters, right? So this card clearly belongs to Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, right? They clearly match each other. Which begs the question, will we get Tidal, Redox, and Tempest XYZs? Because that's what I'm wondering about. This is my copium, right? This is the good news. The good news is this gives me copium. Because think about it. Think about it. If they make the 3 other ones, we're actually looking at good cards. Right? We're like this one, the only reason why this one is not amazing is because its effect is only good when you go second, pretty much, right? But the other 3, if they made rank 7 Dragon Ruler XYZs that have a similar effect as their counterparts, they would go extremely hard, because the Tempest rank 7 XYZ would add any dragon monster. The Redox rank 7 XYZ would reborn a monster, and the Tidal XYZ would freaking mill a monster from your deck to the graveyard. So those would be absolutely powerful. Crazy good. Right? They would be very, very strong. So if that's the case, if this is just the first out of 4, which honestly, if it's not, super cringe behavior, why would you make this one and not the other 3? Like literally, maybe they're not doing it, but I personally think that would be so lame, dude. Don't give me a Blaster Dragon Ruler XYZ and then not make the other 3. Like, of course I'm on massive copium right now, but even if it doesn't happen, why the hell make this one and not the other 3? What the hell would that, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, it'd be so weird. Check Tidal on card market since yesterday. Oh my god. Are people coping? I mean, I get it. I'm with you. I'm also coping. Hold up. Let me do near mint. Okay, so the problem is I have no idea how much this was previously. Karl Drogo, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. How much was it before? Because it's like $10 right now. It was €1. That's crazy. Actually, let me check. No, it wasn't. 7-day average is $4. It was like 5, and now it's 9 or 10. So it doubled almost. That's crazy. Well, I still have my Dragon Rulers from 2013, so there we go. I always kept them in a sacred place. So I have no issue with this. I have my Dragon Rulers from 2013 still. All right. That's that. Can we talk for a moment about tier limit potential? What do you mean tier limit potential? Are you talking Master Duel or TCG? Because I mean, I can give you the TLDR on both actually. Tier limits in Master Duel still very strong. Tier limits potentially still strongest even. TCG, I have a very simple opinion on tier limits in the TCG. Let me tell you, I think tier limits in the TCG is strong. However, as long as a Rysart exists, you're not going to play it. Simple as that. You're simply not going to play it in the TCG because it's a very combo-heavy deck, so it can't even play that many outs to a Rysart, and you're getting bodied by that card. If they make a ban list that gets rid of Kashtira, tier limits are back, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they're going to be the best deck. I don't know if they're going to be top tier even, but it's going to be playable. Like, I mean, people have been topping with it in this format even, right? Even though it wasn't very successful, but it was there, right? It existed. It wasn't completely dead. And tier limit still has potential in it, right? We still have Pearl Rhino at 3, right? So, I mean, where there's a Pearl Rhino, there's a way. That card is crazy. We still have one of each Ishizu. We still have all of the tier limit names, right? So, like, completely fine. Fenrir plus Kashtira tier limits could make a rank 7 title ruler to foolish name. See, the thing is, you are so far ahead in the future. That's crazy, dude. You're almost in the past already. So you've always gone the full round because you're thinking so far ahead. Because until we get a rank 7 title Dragon Ruler, that's gonna be like, even if they do announce it, it's gonna be like a year until we get that or something. Like that's crazy. Right. All right, chat. This is about the time where we have to wrap it up. I'm sorry for the shorter stream. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of a cozy, tin openings and locals report kind of stream on a Friday. Thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna send you guys over to Farfa. The Madman is doing a subathon again. It's crazy. I'm gonna send you guys over there. Keep in mind though, before everybody leaves, there's a YCS this weekend. And currently we are in this weird spot where we don't know if it's going to be streamed or not. So one thing I quickly wanted to mention is if there is a stream for YCS Vancouver, I'll be here on Sunday to stream it. I think there is no stream, but I'm just saying if there is one, if we are all surprised and there is a stream for Vancouver, I'll be here on Sunday. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and thank you for watching. Peace. See you then.